Hey guys, Whiskers here. Good morning. Today we're going to go over how I've prepared up to this point and how I'm still preparing for this trip. We're 4 months and 12 days out. Here we go. First thing I did to actually prepare for this trail was I started reading everything I could about the Appalachian Trail. I have a Kindle on my iPhone and I love it. I have probably 75 to 100 books on there about the Appalachian Trail. And you need to do that. I think you need to start out with, what am I getting myself into? Start watching other hikers on YouTube. I watched several hikers, some of them that I followed from day one till they summited. And a couple of them are the Outdoor Adventures Frozen. I followed his hike. I think, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's a 2018 hike. And that was just to get a feel of the trail, man, what's going on out there. Dixie's another one, Homemade Wanderlust. I love her, man. She's just straightforward shooter. She'll tell you what it's about. Darwin, man, Darwin's excellent on gear and stuff. Darwin's a good one. Braids, Hiking with Braids, and Ultra Hiking Girl. Man, that gives you a different perspective on how this is going on, man, because it's going to be you. It ain't going to be none of them. But I really like these people, and it gets you a feel of the trail life, which is awesome. And you need to watch several of them. I needed to watch several of them because it ain't all rainbows and unicorns out there. There's going to be some tough times, and you need to see that. Braids and Ultra, man, they really show you the whole trail. I mean, they show you the great times, don't get me wrong, but it gets emotional out there at times. It's not easy, but it can be done. And the mental attitude is just about one of the biggest things that you're going to have to overcome. Another thing I did was I joined multiple Facebook pages, and not just on the Appalachian Trail, but just hiking and gear. I'm going to talk a little bit about gear for just a second. Man, first thing you're going to figure out is you're going to probably, like I did, get overwhelmed. There's just so many things to think about. Socks, underwear, hats, clothes, base layers. What is a base layer? Puffies, tents, sleeping bags. There's just a ton of stuff, man. So you got to narrow it down. I had to. And what I did was I started with the big three, which is your tent, your pack, and your sleep system. Start there and just start figuring out what you can do. I bought the best light gear that I could afford for this hike, but I did it one at a time. I didn't go out and just load my shopping cart up with everything because I didn't really know what everything was. So I started with the big three. I ended up with the Big Agnes Copper Spur HVU L3 tent, ended up with the Hyperlight pack, so the Happy Hippie, and we ended up with the sleep system was the UGQ quilt, the Thermarest pad, and the Cedar Summit liner. And then pull the trigger on the gear. Buy it, get it in your hands, use it, test it, put it in the pack and go out and use it. Figure out what it weighs. Do shakedown hikes. Use some of it at home. Some of it you don't have to use out on the trail or in the woods. Set up your cook system at home. Set up your stove and cook a mountain house dinner for your baby or your girlfriend or your dog or whatever works for you. But use your gear. Know how it works. Very important. Learn how to pack your gear. You got to learn how it goes in your pack. Most people pack different than I do. I have to, on my Hyperlight pack, I have to pack my heavy stuff on bottom, then the lighter, and then the lightest on top. I know how to put that pack on. I know where the hip belts go. I know where the weight's supposed to be. So if I have my pack wrong, it shows up in a hurry. But learn your gear. Pick a start date. You're going to hike the Appalachian Trail, pick you a start date and tell everybody. I don't care. First, it'll be kind of unusual at first because you're not walking around used to going, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But tell them. You'll start out with your friends and family. Hey, me and the Happy Hippie are going on the Appalachian Trail in 2022. I started that over a year and a half ago. Man, that's a long time ago, it seems like. Now we're 4 months and 12 days off hiking. But tell everybody. I'll tell the girl at the counter at Walmart. I tell everybody. Okay? One thing I did do was I wanted to document this, so I started me a YouTube channel. I didn't know how to YouTube. I YouTubed how to YouTube and got her going. And it seems to be working out pretty good. Is it the best? No, but will it work? Heck yeah. I'm doing this not for you guys. I mean, I'm glad you're joining along, and there's a bunch of you doing it, and that's awesome. But I'm doing this so when I get really old, I can sit in my recliner and binge watch Hiking with Whiskers and like it. I'm pretty funny when I get going. I like myself. And that's another thing, man. You're going to have to deal with yourself a lot out there, so get used to that, okay? Get in shape. How do you prepare for a hike? How do you physically get ready for a hike? Well, one of the best ways, we have the opportunity out here, as you can see back behind me in the mountains, we have the opportunity to get in the mountains and go hiking, so that's what we do. If you don't have that available, there's a ton of people that use stair steppers. They hike stadium steps. They just hike. They go walk. Just go walk, 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 walk. Get your legs ready. I promise you, that'll help. And one of the most important things I've heard consistently over a lot of videos and a lot of different hikers is remember, you're going by a town every 3 to 5 days, by or in a town every 3 to 5 days. So you don't need your kitchen sink with you. You may need some water. You may need what you need, but you don't need everything. You're going into places that have things that you need that are going to be readily available. And then hike your own hike, man. How many times have you guys heard that? My hike's not your hike. How I prepared for this may not be the way you need to prepare. I'm just telling you how me and the Happy Hippie did this, and got to where we are today. Know your body, know your equipment. I know what's in my pack, and I know how to use what's in my pack, and I know what it does. Once you're out on the trail, I don't know. I've done a lot of planning up to this stage, and we'll continue to do so until we start walking. But the day we start walking, that's out the window. I don't have any plans. I can't tell you I'm going to hike 15 miles a day or 8 miles a day or 30 miles a day. I'm going to do what my body and the trail will allow me to do. I think I've done enough preparation that it's going to be pretty good. First off, I live at 10,000 feet elevation. The highest point on the AT is something like 6622 at Clingman's Dome, North Carolina. So the elevation probably won't be a problem for us. And I'm putting on some trail legs. We hike all we can. Every weekend we can, that's what we do. That's my job right now, is to get ready to do this trail and set myself up for success. Give myself the best opportunity to make this happen. That's what it is. And then enjoy the moment. I'm going to put out a couple more videos on how much will it cost and how I budgeted for the trail. I think the financial part's a huge part of it. So I'm going to put that out. And then another one I'm going to be putting out is, am I mentally ready? Because I think the mental part's going to be way more than the physical part. And that's what I've been told, and I'm heeding to that advice. So anyway, hey, thank you guys for watching this. Hope I didn't bore you. If you liked it, please consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you that's subscribed already. There's over 550 of you already, and that just blows me away. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Hope this helped you.